Hello friends, my name is Olga. I'm a mature medical student from Ukraine. As an Ukrainian person, I want to tell you about President Zelensky, my opinion, and actually about that thing that I saw that some people, not a lot, but some people try to fun off and try to offend Ukrainians or, I don't know, Zelensky maybe, and call him a clown. Or they just, I don't know, rude people. And I want to tell you why he's not a clown at all. First of all, the first time this expression I heard from Kremlin trolls, from Kremlin people who are betrayers or who are Russians, and they actually receive a salary for that, for such offensive comments. They try to find some, Ukrainian patriotic videos and try to write there, such offensive things about Ukrainians. And Zelensky is a clown. It is one of the, often expression I could read there. So I didn't like offended because of them, because they just people who have no any dignity, and they just like money. They don't care they who is he, their leader. So they support Putin's idea because they receive their salary. So they call Zelensky a clown. And a few days ago I saw that a lot of such videos, not a lot, but some videos in English, they also with such expression that Zelensky just a clown. And I was a little bit confused because actually I thought that it's expression common for Russian speaking people mostly. I know, of course, that Kremlin pay not only for people who are speaking Russian, but they try to involve people all over the world. They pay a lot of money for foreigners who also can support the ideas, and the people who support Putin and actually they want to follow him. I think a lot of people, such people, live all over the world. Unfortunately, they're not majority, but not all people are good, and everywhere you may find people who like only money, people who have no any honor, who don't care about a life of rest of the people, who don't care about to make something good, but they just they will do what their leader and their head who gives them money will say. Okay, and so in English speaking videos they also call Zelensky a clown. And personally me, I didn't vote for Zelensky. 2 years ago, I couldn't imagine that he could be our president, because I thought that president, it is the highest I don't know how to say, title or job, yes, and person who should be a leader of the nation, who should decide a lot of things, and who can be a representative on the world stage. This person should have at least some experience, in politics, at least some experience as a head of, for example, at least some small, town or a city, and after that he could be a president, because he already had this experience as administrative manager, yes, and he worked in government in these structures. But Zelensky had no any experience, and he just popped like, I want to be a president too, and I want to be a participant, and it was so expected. I even thought that it is joke, but a lot of people vote for them, and I will tell you why. Actually, we had the first Maidan, in the 2004, and the second Maidan in the 2013. And all this Maidans, all this rebellion, all this revolution, they appeared because the demands of the society, you know, this like some vibe of society, some people felt that they need something, they need change. Actually, people are change, or they were ready for change, and they change inside. And environment, our salary, our laws, our interactions with government, they stayed as it was before. They were not fair. Our salary was low. There was no working laws. There was corruption, and people there was they were ready for something new, for step forward. And so these revolutions appeared because people wanted change. And after first revolution was a lot of hopes, and for this President Yushchenko and Yulia Tymoshenko, but they did nothing. They did nothing for change, real change in the life. Our salary become not that big. Our laws didn't work. So nothing changed, and people were a little bit disappointed. Then when came Yanukovych is a person who had criminal past, and he was not well educated, and it was like a shock, because it's like more, like when a society want to go forward and your president is more stupid than it was other presidents was before. So we didn't like that president, and Yanukovych was a much more worse. And so people were very mad, very angry, because it's completely different our society needed. So we had second Maidan. And after second Maidan, also people were, this wave decreased, and people also were a little bit disappointed because we didn't change anything, because salary was still not that high. The level of life, the quality of life was not that, like in Europe. And all laws also not worked for people. They were only for rich people, for some few very rich people who controlled courts and judges, and nothing changed. And society needed that. Society needed democracy and real change in the life. So that's why our society wait for some leader, for new blood, for person who will come, from other field. And they try to find such a leader. First of all, they wanted to see such a leader. Maybe this Nadia Savchenko. It's the pilot of helicopter who were president in Russia, and she even while she was in the prison in Russia, she started to starving. She refused to take food. And people started to look at her like she's like a leader, like a future leader of the nation, because she is so brave. She refused to eat this. She refused to drink, and so and when she came to Ukraine, everybody watching her with opened eyes, like maybe you should be our leader. And after few months, everybody understood that no, she's not the type of person. And people were also disappointed about it. And after that, when this Zelensky said that he want to be a participant of these elections, everybody, I think, vote for him because of that, because people needed change. People tired of that old politicians. They talk, and also they talk what people need to hear, what people want to hear. They even try to do something. They have some fights, because not one such a person tried to pretend a good, politician. that want to help Ukrainians. They fight with each other. But anyway, all these people, they were connected with that not fair system, old system, and everybody knew that they have business, they not actually fair. And when Zelensky wanted to be a participant of that elections, a lot of people saw that at least this guy, he is a new one, he is young enough, he like a new generation, he was not a politician, he is not connected with that old system, and he could be a leader. Yes, he had no any experience, he from the other field, but anyway, Putin, when he came to first year, he was so scared, he was shaking hands when he first time. I remember that when he first time read or say, because he should write this first speech as a president, and he was so nervous. He wrote that his first speech, and he learned his first speech for all night. That was the first speech of Putin. He was so scared, he was shaking, and he learned his first speech all night, because whole night. And I remember the video about that. And then he got used to that and understood how this all works. And so people said that Zelensky, yes, he do not know anything, but he will learn. He will understand what happened, how to, behave properly, what to do, what to say. He will learn all that for a year, for example. And people just wanted change, and he believed him that he knew person, and he will change something. He will be a leader who will, ruin that old system, and will build something new, something that really people needed for all these, years, 20 years maybe. And so people choose him. First year was, our society was disappointed because he really behaved not that actually leaders should. A lot of people complain. A lot of people say that he cannot speak properly as a president because he had no any how to say experience. But anyway, now of course you see that Zelensky learned a lot, and he became a really leader not only for Ukrainians but also for Europeans, for some European countries, small bordering countries from near Ukraine. Of course, I cannot say that it is only his. He just earned that respect, but he also part of Ukrainian society, I think, earned that respect because here in Ukraine it's not connected with the leader. That first, second Maidan, was created by people. So people, society, what create Ukrainian needs, Ukrainian will, Ukrainian victory actually. And president should just hear the sound of people, what they want, and find the proper words, find means to receive and to reach that people want, that people want to reach society. And what about Zelensky as a person? Yes, he worked long time in the entertainment field. He was the general producer of one TV channel before he created company connected with entertainment, with TV show. And he worked, yes, as a entertainer and narrator and director and screenwriter, all connected with television. And maybe also I know that such not that the same, but close experience had President Trump in United States, because I know that he also was connected with television, and also he had some business. Zelensky, I know that he also had some other business, so he was like a businessman, and but he cannot be a clown, because actually Zelensky from the family, whereas his father is professor on some technical field, and Zelensky received an education as jurisprudence in the field of jurisprudence in the economical university. So actually he has a proper background, proper higher education to be a president, because jurisprudence is really very good, good education, and president who knows laws, who know how to, at least who even was not like didn't work on that field, but he received this education. It is also very good, because he knows a lot. He knows a lot, I think. And while he was a president, he started to attend this, some shows. He started to be like participate in this students competition. There was competition like in humoristic field, entertaining field, on the stage, and so they started to create this like concerts, and they were quite successful, their team of students, and then they become a team of like a professional entertainers, and so they even made the show on the television. So this student project was quite successful. And yes, because of that, because this project was successful, because he earned a lot of money on that field, he worked on television, and so why he should change to that jurisprudence, his field, his occupation. Yes, so it was like that happened, that he became an entertainer. But as a person who also was a general producer on television, as a person who created successful entertaining business, some other business connected with jewelry, I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm sure he also had some additional businesses. And the person who won a president election, I must say that this person quite successful. He know how to work, he know how to be popular, he know how to reach the goal, and he know how to gather people. And he cannot be a clown, because I think that clown is also good profession. You cannot offend people who work as a clowns, because to be a clown, it is quite hard to create such a such a play and make people laugh. It is a talent. But anyway, he cannot be a clown. These people who maybe like a showman, how like an entertainer, but connected with business, connected with more serious things, I think. And his ability to join, to be a leader of some group of the people, it worked now, and it worked on the countrywide. This size, as the size of the country, he became a quite strong leader now because of the war, because he showed that he is brave. He will not escape from Kiev. If even there is a threat, this Kiev could be surrounded. And he was quite a good example for Ukrainians. I told you that it's not that what earned president, of course, it is all Ukrainian society, and president just who follows the needs of Ukrainian society. But actually the role of Zelensky, it's also very huge, because he showed that he will also stay, he will be also brave, he will be also fight, he will not escape. And it has also helped to for Ukrainians to stay together, to stay gathered, to fight against the enemy who are quite stronger than Ukraine. So he showed a lot of such good qualities, features of characters, and the most important that he is quite close to people. He listened to people. He kind-hearted person who will help and try to hear people around and help them. I think that is my opinion now. He won't play his own game and don't care about people, like for example Putin, because he listened to you and thinks already that you are fool and how to fool you. He thinks that he is, like a Tsar, he like a king, and you are nothing. And with Zelensky, it's not true, because actually he is leader like a person who temporary on a president, but actually he tried to be one of us, and he is not like someone who is sitting on the clouds and he is a god. No, he person just like as everybody, like all Ukrainians, and he tried to listen to everyone and to speak normal, people's language. And it is very important. It is really very important in such a very bad times, yes, for our country. And that's the qualities why he earned my own respect, and I changed my attitude to him, because he really gained that experience. I think that's experience that any leader of most of the European countries never get and never got. Maybe last 75 years, yes, since Second World War. So he showed that he is brave, he is kind-hearted, he is one of us, he just normal person, a simple person, not some who try to pretend that he is a Tsar and play his own game. Yes, and that's why he earned my own respect. And you cannot, yes, you can call him a clown. Actually, in Ukraine, it's not in Russia. We could call him, the last words if you like to, but it won't characterize him. It won't characterize him, because Zelensky or any other person, people watch on him, and people watch what he say, what he the most important do, how he behave with other people, how he communicate with other people, what his action, and the opinion about this person will be built on that. And if you say that this person is clown, so it will be your characteristic. So you will be like, people will understand that you try to fan off, you try to offend someone, and it will be a minus to that person who says its words, not that person who you try to offend. So that is my own opinion. So, and that's why Zelensky not a clown at all. And also I wish that people who say that he is Zelensky a clown, I wish them to spend at least 1 week in, I don't know, maybe in Kiev, or better in Chernihiv or Mariupol, that's surrounded by Russian army, that under severe bombardments, to sit in that underground shelter without food, without water, with the opportunity to be raped and killed, with tied arms behind the back by Russian soldiers, with opportunity to be robbed by Russians who will take your television, your money, everything expensive in your room, and your food, for example, in your flat. Everything they will take, and they can kill you. And I wish such people who say that he is a clown to sit there, and you will beg these people, beg Ukrainian army to came and or volunteers to came and to give you at least a little bit food. So in wartime, it's not a proper time for such offensive words. I mean, for leader who fights and who try to help people, try to protect them against a really very powerful enemy. And as I said before, these words, they cannot characterize Zelensky. They just can characterize that person who says these words, that this not good person, that this person who try to offend someone. Maybe this person receive salary for these words, so this person has no honor, has no any dignity. This is bad person actually. So maybe this is quite emotional video. I thought that I won't be so emotional, but because of the war, because of such events, I cannot stay calm. And as you understand, as I understood from this video, my attitude to Zelensky changed. And he really become the leader of new wave of change in Ukrainian society. Unfortunately, war with Russia that stayed in that past, completely in that past, we try to get rid of, Ukrainians try to get rid of, with the help of their army, with this, cruel murders, cruel destructions of our cities. Ukraine will actually move on, and President Zelensky showed that he is not a clone, and he become a really person who one of us and who fights with us, who emotionally involved, and he tried to really help, and he begged for help. And so this person can be found off, can be offended, because he truly tried to help Ukrainians and he truly tried to protect them. That's my own message, that's my own opinion about him and about what happened, and that's the thing I should, in this second or minute, I should stop my video, I should finish it, because you understood what I wanted to say. I think it's quite long, unfortunately, but I hope that you will find something interesting and something some new information, or some interesting things, or my opinion is interesting for you. Well, thank you for watching. If you like my videos, you may subscribe. If you're not, thank you just for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.